Hey guys, Spider here, and we got some. Wow, we're going back a little ways here, aren't we? Battlefield Bad Company 2 gameplay. I decided to play this one night, and nobody else was playing. I just jumped on into some random games, got into a random squad with three other guys, and this is just one of the games we played. I actually this same night, not during this game, I actually met up with some pretty cool guys. And we ended up talking a little bit, and I think they were I don't know if they were following me on Twitter, and I said I was playing, and they actually came into play, and maybe it is one or two of these guys, I can't remember. But anyways, I wanted to kind of give you guys a bit of an explanation as to why I haven't been playing Battlefield 3. I mean, when Battlefield 3 first came out, I played it a lot. I played a lot of it, more so than probably anybody else that we were playing with at the time on PS3. And there were issues with it on PS3, but I was maintaining a win-loss of over 10.0 win-loss. And then, because we were playing with people that knew how to play the objective, and we were all playing to the objective, but then I stopped playing it for a while, and honestly, it just didn't hold the same appeal that Battlefield Bad Company 2 holds. Or held at the time. I mean, it's hard to get into full games, I think, now in Battlefield Bad Company 2. But it was an epic game. I mean, it didn't have the most epic graphics. It didn't have the most epic, destruction. I mean, it had pretty good destruction, but it wasn't how Battlefield 3 has been marketed out to be, and nor did it need it. It was fun to play. I played the shit out of it. I had, close to 200 hours or 170 hours, 160 hours, in and around there. And we played it a lot. We played it a lot in the day. And Battlefield 3 just didn't hold that same appeal. And you see it with a lot of guys on YouTube that, even dedicated to Battlefield, or who were dedicated to Battlefield Bad Company 2, and may still play Battlefield 3 or stop playing it. I mean, there are only a few guys that are big time still continuing Battlefield 3, and even then, they're talking about some of the issues that they're having with people easily finding them on servers, on PC. A few guys that I'll mention. I mean, D-Crew Colin. And he hasn't been posting on our channel simply because, I mean, he's still playing a little bit, but not as much as he was. He went off to do, he was playing in a band and stuff, so he's putting a lot of his free time into doing that. So he hasn't been playing as much. But he definitely dedicated Battlefield 3. He's got the most game time out of a lot of these guys that we used to see him playing with in Bad Company 2. A lot of those other guys that are part of the D Crew and some of the other YouTubers have gone away from Battlefield 3. A couple of the guys that I think are still pretty well dedicated. Level Cap Gaming is still very, very, very dedicated to Battlefield 3. But again, he even expresses issues with regards to people finding him on servers and trolling and just trying to mess the games up, and you can't really get good gameplay because of that. Another guy that we used to have over on NGT Games as a director was Matimio, and I haven't been on his channel in a while, but I mean, he was big time. He was big time Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 as well. But I wonder, and I don't know, I just can't really express exactly the reasons why maybe Battlefield 3 hasn't appealed as much. I mean, it's a great game, and don't get me wrong, I may actually at least take a look at the Armored Core DLC, which will be released on September 4th. And I know Hyper has mentioned that he wanted to take a look at it as well. So we may, go back and see, just kind of revisit. And I know DICE and EA has come out and stated that they quadrupled the number of servers on console, which is honestly is a long time coming, and hopefully it's made it better. I haven't been on. I mean, we let our server expire. I wasn't gonna line DICE's or EA's pockets with any more of my cash after that whole fiasco where they pulled all the official servers, and we won't be going back to rent the server, that's for sure. But So we let that expire, and supposedly they've quadrupled the number of official servers, so you could get into the regular games as opposed to like the 1,000 ticket count games and stuff like that that people may or may not want to actually get into and play. The other thing, maybe part of the reason was that a lot of people stopped playing, and maybe it was because we were playing on PS3 and we had the issues. There were lag issues, the input lag issues, and I know Colin even talked about it quite a few times in videos about trying it on the consoles, and he even had issues with Xbox, but I think PS3 was definitely the biggest issue, and that was our console. That was the console that we played Battlefield Bad Company 2 on every day, every single night, playing Bad Company 2. And that was the console we were going to play Battlefield 3 on. We weren't going to necessarily switch to PC. I know I played a couple of games in the beta on PC pre-release, but still, our main gameplay is on PS3, and it wasn't working. And then people stopped playing, and I went back and I tried to get some solo games in, just joining random squads, and it's frustrating. And that's part of the reason why, if you look at the gameplay, these are very separate, different games. Okay, you talk about Battlefield 3 versus Call of Duty, and we talk about it all the time. Okay, Call of Duty, I can jump into a game, have a great time for 10 minutes, play a free-for-all, which we don't have in Battlefield 3. I can play a free-for-all, or I can play a game of Search, in 10 minutes it's over. I don't necessarily need to be a big team player. I can jump in, I don't have to have friends in the game, I can join in with randoms, and I can still do pretty well, unless, of course, I'm versing a very good team, in which case I'm going to have a difficult time. In Battlefield 3, that's very, very hard to do. Number one, the games are typically longer. Number two, it's very, very team-oriented. It's very, very work-together-oriented. And if you're not working together with your team and trying to be a lone wolf, or you don't get onto a squad and you try and respawn, and the squads are either full or locked, or I can't remember if you can actually even lock them, but you don't get into a squad, you're screwed. You respawn, you're respawning, and you're running for 30 seconds or a minute or 2 minutes just trying to get back into the action. Then you get sniped, and it's the same thing over again. So they're two very, very different aspects, and I think some of the issues with the PS3 combined with people not playing it, etc. Maybe that had to do with it. I don't know. Maybe it's just not as fun as Battlefield Bad Company 2. Why have some of the other guys gone away from Battlefield 3? Some of the guys that used to play it all the time and post videos on YouTube. And I know there are a lot of you guys that are actually playing Battlefield 3, etc. But I just want to know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I will go back and try again and play some Armored Core next week when it releases. But I just wanted to give you that and let you know what was up with Battlefield 3. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. I am Spider, and I'm out of here, guys. Thanks.